In this video, we are going to make Shopify app by using gadget.dev. So if you visit their docs.gadget.dev website, you will see we have quickstart for creating the web app, Shopify app, BigCommerce app, or ChatGPT app. So we will build the Shopify app and click on this. So connecting to Shopify is the first step to building a Shopify app with Gadget. So we will follow all these steps. So click on the create gadget.create and it will take you to your account and you will be able to create a new app. So you can select Shopify, ChatGPT, BigCommerce, web, whatever you want. And from here you can select custom app or public app. For this demo we will be building custom app and click on continue. Here you will give the name of your app. So you can say my Shopify gadget app and you can say my Shopify application. Okay, so from here you can select the front end. You have two options: React Router version 7 framework mode or React Router version 7 declarative mode. We will select the framework mode and you can select TypeScript or JavaScript. We will select the TypeScript and click on continue. Okay, we get the error because this name has already been taken. So we can say instead of I will say Wixo Shopify and click on confirm. Now this name is available and my app is being created. The next thing, we need to connect this with our Shopify partner account. So click on choose a different method and over here you will see options. I am already logged in with my account, so you will see something like this: sign in with your Shopify partner account, and you can sign in with that, and after that your account will be visible over here. Click on continue and from here select the organization. If you have multiple organizations, then you will get the list of those organizations. I will choose the correct one and give the name over here. So my app is wixob-shop-app-development, and if you check this box, it will create two applications, one for development, one for production. But for the demo purpose, we will uncheck this and create only one development app. So here you can select the scopes. For example, if you need product scopes, you can select read and write product scopes, and you can see over we have read and write products. And if you check this box, it will create a data model for Shopify products. So click on confirm, and once you click on the confirm button, it will take few seconds and install the app. Now our app is installed, created, and we need to install that in our dev store. So I have already selected the dev store and it is going to install the app in my store. So I will install the store. Click on install and the app will be installed in our store. So you can see this page, the index page, which is coming from here. These are the files, all the files over here of the application. In the API we have model and actions. models. In the model we have different model section for the product. If you click on that, we have schema where you define the field of the database, and in the data all the data will be saved over here. Right now you don't see any product because we have not synced the data. If you click on the sync recent data, it will fetch all the products from your Shopify store and save them into the database. So now the data is synced. If you click on the data again, you can see we have all the records and all the products are added over here. Okay, if I go back to the files, then we have action folder, we have web folder where all the front end code is located. If you click on the routes and underscore app dot underscore index dot txt, this is the main page where this page is coming. So let's say you remove this page, or you remove this and type h2. This is for testing purpose, and save this. It will be automatically saved, and you can see we have this data over here. So you can create whatever you want over here. So for example, if I go to Shopify Polaris web components, and go to the Polaris web component. If I go back, so these are different web components, and if you need to write, if you may want to make something like this, the placeholder, something like this. So we don't need Polaris, we need web components. If I click on that again, yes, these are the web components. So if I go to the web components and click on the forms, or click on the layout, click on the section, different tables, and thumbnails. So these are different code example. You can copy this and go back over here and paste the code, and you will instantly see we have this thumbnail, and similarly you can have icon. You can copy this and paste them over here, and you will see the result instantly. You can see we have different icons. And similarly, if you need an avatar, you can go down, copy this code and paste that over here, and you will see the avatar over here. So you can build the front end by copying all the sections or layout, whatever you need. You can come here on the examples and copy those these components and paste them over here. Let me find forms, table. For example, you need a table over there. You can go here and copy this. This is the example, and paste that over here. And now you see we have a table, and if you need buttons, you can go to layout structures, form, button, okay, these are the buttons, different buttons, and you can copy the code from here and paste that over here. And we need to wrap this something like this, and now you can see we have different buttons, add product, save theme, whatever. So you can go to the Polaris web components and check all the web components. You can check their properties, different variants you can check, and you can add them in the code like this, and you can play around whatever you need. So this is how you can make a Shopify app in Gadget. I hope this video helpful to you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.